How you feeling, man? How's life?
I'm excited, man. Life is good. I feel on fire.
Tell people how old you are, bro.
25.
That's crazy.
So I'm a data engineer for a healthcare company in Boston where we focus on like cancer research.
So, bro, talking about graduation day, bro.
Which one? The first one or the second?
Hey, listen. Hey, the first. Let's do the first one, bro. Let's do the first one. What was your biggest lesson you learned in undergrad?
Learn to say no.
How has married life and being married changed your drive?
It's made me more driven, like I'm trying to have my wife make TikToks in Dubai, So I gotta,
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, let's shut down this podcast now. Let's go.
So I gotta work,
Yeah.
Baby needs a Porsche. I gotta work.
Wait. What'd you say? Not a Toyota, a Porsche?
No, come on, man.
Yo, welcome back to the podcast. As y'all can see, we're in a whole new environment. A lot of people have been asking me, have been DMing me, like, yo, you should do like in-person podcast, bro. Like your interviews are so good and it's great remotely and like we feel the energy, but we really feel like it's gonna be like 10 times better like in person. And so the last treat for season 2, this is the last episode. I wanted to give y'all a treat, you know what I mean? So we're here. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let's get it, baby. Yo, we are live with my boy, Disleve. What's up, baby?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, I'm amazing, bro. Yo, like, when do we meet, bro? When's the first time we met? Do you remember?
I think 2023, summertime. One Loudon, you were getting ice cream with your family.
Yeah.
And I said something, I'm like, I think I complimented you and your family, so yeah.
It's crazy. So I think when you had complimented me, I told my wife, I was like, yo, it's funny because I have peeped you and your wife. Well, that time fiance, right? And I was like, yo, like, you guys like were married, like remind me of my wife and I, you know what I mean? Because we dated when we were young and y'all the same thing too, right? And so for you to be like, yo, what's up? I think you said you have a beautiful family, right? And I was like, yo, that's crazy. So then I think I was like, yo, I want to go say what's up to this guy and his family. My wife was like, yo, just go for it. You know what I mean? And so from all the way there to now we're like, it's a podcast, bro. Like, it's actually kind of wild.
2 years later, you
bro,
never know.
2 years later, you never know. That's wild, bro. How you feeling, man? How's life?
I'm excited, man. Life is good.
Yeah?
Life feeling definitely blessed. I feel on fire. I feel like I'm ready to work.
Yeah.
Ready to do this podcast.
Yes, sir.
Very optimistic about the future. So,
yeah. And, bro, you're young, too, man. Tell people how old you are, bro.
25.
That's crazy. Like, do you know what I was doing at 25, bro?
Where?
I was in the streets playing basketball, doing something crazy. I was married.
Yeah.
But I wasn't a man yet, bro.
I'm still growing, I'm still learning. I think, I've had shoulders of other people to stand on.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. What makes you like so driven, bro? Cause like you're killing it, yo. Like you're on different. This is not the first podcast. Speaking engagements, school. Like what gets you so driven, bro?
I think it's just a culture in like my house where I'm from, my family. Like both my parents are very driven individuals.
Word.
So just growing up in that environment, it's like, and I'm the oldest.
Yeah.
So you just like it's drilled into you.
So where are you from originally?
I'm from the Congo.
Congo, that's Africa.
Yes, sir.
Right. So the drive, the motivation, all comes from your dad, your parents' upbringing, right?
Yes.
How was childhood?
I mean, it was pretty decent. My parents always provided, anything we needed. I think our parents definitely tried to be there. They definitely put in a lot of investment into all of us. Yeah. Not just me, all my siblings, They really pushed us to go to college. My sister's getting her master's now. So it's like my parents are still always pushing us. So yeah,
that's dope, man. Let's do this, bro. So every podcast I have like a this or that section or a segment, right? Okay. But I will start off with like an icebreaker. I'll just do that. You know what I mean? And then we can jump into your story because I feel like your story is like pretty cool, man. Because like I said, I'm seeing you do like crazy things, and I want to like dissect your story, bro. And hopefully through your journey, people watching and listening can be like, yo, I can do the same thing too, or even better. You know what I mean? That's the whole point of this podcast, bro. So let's do this, man. So if you weren't in tech, bro, what'd you be doing? Like, what's that like dream that you're like, yo, like I wish I would be doing this if I was not in tech?
If I was not in tech?
Yeah, bro.
Probably biology.
Yeah. Biology. Why biology?
I think I'm very interested in like how the human body works, like anatomy and everything. Okay. Just the whole concept of the biosphere sector. Yeah. So I've always been very interested since I was a kid, but yeah.
I feel biology, bro. multiple times.
I just didn't like the reading.
Yeah. I think we did like was it like a dead cat kind of thing we did?
That where you actually dissected?
Well, yeah. Like in high school, you did like a dead cat.
We did a pig.
A pig?
Yeah.
And you like that?
I mean, it
was interesting.
Not that part. But it was interesting just seeing the organs and like seeing everything. It was genuinely interesting.
Yeah.
But it was just, I think it required like a lot of studying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a lot of reading.
Do you like studying and reading?
I don't like reading. I'm more of a numbers guy. I understand concepts and like algorithms, equations. Yeah. I really don't like reading.
Dang. I'm actually trying to learn how to read. Like, I'm not trying to learn how to read, but I'm trying to be like better with, because the whole podcast, right? And I plan on like doing like bigger things. So I feel like just knowing how to read and like actually be sharp at it is a key fundamental thing.
Yeah, it's a skill.
I see people who are like reading. I'm like, yo, I can fall asleep to you like reading to you right now. Like I want to get there.
It's a skill. Like I have a friend who's a lawyer, and he's like, he can read a whole page and like tell you word for word what he says, and like just it's not just about reading; it's about understanding as you read. So it's a whole skill.
It's a skill.
Yeah,
it's a skill. Talk about skill, bro. What is like one thing that like you think like you're like really good at, bro? Besides like biology, like give me something fun. Like, cause I want people to know that like, yo, it's not just tech, it's not just smart, which you're killing, right?
Yeah.
But what is like one thing like you're like really good at?
Connecting people. I'm really good at creating like meaningful connections.
Okay.
So, like you say, it's not just about tech. You know, I think that's a skill that I bring into tech. You know, coming from my background, I'm really good at connecting with people and connecting other people to each other. Yeah. It's basically networking.
Dope.
And it's also soccer.
Hey, so are you play soccer?
I used to, yeah.
What position?
Left wing.
Left wing.
Yeah.
Were you good?
I was decent. I mean, I played college.
Okay. So. You played college?
Yeah.
What school?
Heston College and K-State.
So after this, we can go ahead and run a couple.
We can cut.
Cool it, bro. I'm a basketball guy, so you know, hey, yo, let's do this, bro. Tell the people, like, give the people like a short spill of who you are, bro. Right? We're obviously going to dissect your journey, but give them like a short version of who you are as a person. You're a married man. You're talented, tech, smart, master's degree. Like, give them like a short spiel, and then we can go ahead and dissect your story, bro.
Okay. What's up, Chad? I'm Disleve Kanku.
Hey, what's up, Chad? We live.
Yeah. I'm about to start a streaming channel soon on Twitch. But a little background about me. So.
Wait, hold on. Are you serious? Are you really going to?
Yeah, for real.
Hey, y'all tune in.
Yeah.
Y'all tune in.
I've been watching Casanet and all of them. Like, bro, I need to get on that, bro.
Yo, real quick, before you jump into this, bro. Yeah. I saw, was this Speed and
Ashton Hall.
Bro.
Yeah. Speed is an athlete, bro. Speed is an athlete.
Crazy.
Bro, do you see how you raced Noah Lyles? Like
yes, yeah.
Crazy.
So he didn't beat Noah, but he kept up.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that is crazy.
He beat Ashton four times.
Four solid times. I would stop after the second one.
That's crazy. All right, I know we kind of just took a turn, but go ahead, bro. Go for it.
Yeah, but little background about me. I have a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering, but initially I was drawn towards data science, AI, my junior year of undergrad. So I decided to transition. So I decided to go back to school after graduating. So I got my master's in data science, where I focus on AI in healthcare from Northeastern University in Boston. And while doing my master's, so throughout school, I've always been involved in research. I was genuinely interested in solving problems. Like I mentioned, I was interested in bio. So I did research in the bioinformatics lab, where, you know, this is my junior year, so I just started experimenting with like machine learning models, just making predictions for like diabetes, cancer, just the basic stuff. And eventually that got recognized in the state of Kansas. I got an award from the state, and that kind of just like opened up more opportunities. And my professor kind of like pushed me to go to grad school, because I didn't want to go to grad school. Initially, it's not something I planned to do, you know, because I always thought like more years of school, what's the whole point? So now I kind of like understand the importance of it. It's like you're leveling up your skills, you're making yourself better. So shout out to Dr. Brown. She really pushed me. So, and then I went to grad school. I went to Northeastern, like I mentioned. And then while I was there, I also did a bunch of research in the precision medicine lab, where my research focused on like personalized medicine, using AI for personalized medicine. And I did a thesis. My research got featured, and that kind of like opened doors for my opportunity right now. So I'm a data engineer for a healthcare company in Boston, where we focus on like cancer research. So yeah, it's been great. That's just a little bit of my. Oh, I also got married last year, so it's about to be our 1 year anniversary next month. Shout out to my wife Gracia.
Hey, let's go.
Best wife in the world.
Hey, you know what? I'll take so. Hey, y'all. So y'all don't know this, but before we got on live, I was like, my cameraman. Shout out to Live for Christ Studios, bro. I was like, yo, like, you know, he's married. My boy Disleve is also married too, and I was like, yo, by the way, my wife is the best wife in the world. And then we're like, okay, all right. And so you came on live, and
I said it on live. I said it on the podcast.
Listen. I like it. Shout out to you, sis. Shout out to you, sis. Hey, so let's do this, bro. So your journey, bro. You have a master's degree and you're 25.
Yep.
Let's talk about undergrad first, right? A lot of people are excited to go to undergrad, 4 years of school, really just a party for the first couple of years, right? How was freshman year like? Did you party? Were you just focused on books? And I'm asking this because people see where you've come, right? And they're like, oh man, you probably didn't do anything bad. You probably had everything perfect, right? Talk to me about like undergrad, bro.
Man, I was wilding my freshman year, bro.
Ooh.
Freshman year, a little bit of sophomore, but I think after my first semester of sophomore year, that's when COVID happened. And you know, we had a tragedy in my family. We lost my brother, and so
sorry, bro.
Oh, it's all good, thank you. I think that just kind of like flipped the switch, and then to me, just made me realize the importance of like being alive and like, you know, I'm in this world. I have this opportunity to do something, so I'm gonna go at it. I'm gonna give it everything. So I think my mentality just changed after that, and then it just locked in, man. I was like the first one in the lab, the last one to leave every day for like 2.5 years. And like the janitors knew me, they knew my first name. So it was just took a lot of sacrifice. I mean, that doesn't mean that like I wasn't going out on the weekends. I still was, you know, I still had friends making that connection, but it's all about like figuring out the balance, what you really want, and like delayed gratification. Yeah, because a lot of people I went to school with for undergrad, they're not at this stage. It's because like back then they didn't, you know, put in the work or the sacrifices. So yeah.
Talk to me about like delayed gratification, bro, because I think that's something that the world struggles with when it comes to like even finances, when it comes to like even in your case, right? Okay, should I go out right now or should I stick to the lab and hit my books, right? How has delayed gratification like impacted your life?
Yeah, it impacted my life on like a lot of things, you know, just like, for example, you know, spring break, I could have went to Miami with my friends when I was in college, but I'm like, oh, we have an exam the week after. I'd rather stay and, you know, grind for my exam, get ready. And then so after the exam, I can go out.
Yeah.
So just like, you know, I think it's just like realizing what you really want and always reminding yourself that of your goals, everything you want. Also being disciplined, you know, discipline is a skill. You get better at it the more you use it. So I think it just eventually becomes like, you know, second nature. And like you mentioned, like finance, delayed gratification. Well, finance, you know, for example, I could buy this car today, but you know, how does that benefit me with my long-term goals? You know, some expenses, for example, like I'm saving up, my wife and I are saving up to like buy a house. There's some things we want to buy right now, but it's like, okay, it's not helping us.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I think that's the biggest thing, man, especially like when you're that young, you know, because you go to college at what, 19?
Yeah, 18. Yeah.
18, 19, 20, 21, you finish whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the time people are like, yo, I'm at my parents' house. Yeah. Let's turn up. Like, what's good? Yeah. Like, every club I know, what's good? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's amazing to see somebody who's like, okay, you did wild out, right? But a tragedy unfortunately happened, right? Yeah. But I think it's cool to see how you were able to respond to that, right? And turn your life around. You know what I mean? Because who's to say that if you didn't respond, right, you would be where you are now. You know what I mean? Did you ever fail like any classes, bro?
Did I ever fail in classes? No. Let me think. I had a C in one class.
So you smart.
I mean, I'm okay.
Hey, I mean, okay. So I know for me, college I did not do too hot. You know what I mean? College is hard, right? Yeah. Talk to the person who's like, yo, okay, you got a C, right? But man, I'm getting D's and F's, and like, man, like, can I even make it, yo? Like, what kind of encouraging words can you tell somebody who's like, yo, I'm having a hard time with school. Is school been for me? Should they give up? Like, what's your thoughts on that? Any kind of like encouragement?
Yeah, I think you just have to find this, you know, different ways to study. Different people, like people are different. So I also did like a workshop and like helping like kids on like how to study. You have people that are more visual, people that listen. You have people that like to write notes. So you kind of have to find out what works for you. Yeah. You also have to like put in the work. For example, like the class that I had a C in, it was a very hard class, but I also wasn't putting in a lot of work because I was focused on other things. So the next semester, I took that class again just, for myself. I just wanted to know if I put in work, if, I would get a better grade.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just to motivate anyone, just like put in the work. That's the only way to succeed in life. You just have to put in the work. There's no shortcut. There's just work.
I think one thing you just said that stuck out to me, bro, was find out like your learning style. How do you learn? I think for years, bro, people, at least let me talk for myself, right? For years, I was like, man, like there's only one specific learning style. Like you go to class, you do your homework, you should understand it, right? But for some people, you have to, like when I was learning how to code, bro, it took me months to learn JavaScript. Yeah. And I'm like, somebody's looking at this thing for like 2 times, 3 times, and they get it, right? Why can I not be like that, right? But I think just know that, hey, like, just to me, my learning style is repetition. Yeah. Right. So to anybody who's watching this right here, like it's okay if you have to keep on going and keep on going over the same thing over and over and over. Like it's not a race. You know what I mean? Did you ever feel like you were in a race in college, bro? Did you ever feel like you had to get the top GPA? Did you ever feel like you had to get the top numbers? Like did you ever feel that pressure?
Yeah, I mean, I was also in engineering school, so it's like, you playing with lions. You gotta, when in Rome, do as the Romans. So it's like when you're in that space, everyone is racing for the top GPA. Everyone's trying to get a 4.0. Everyone's trying to, graduate cum laude. So it's just being in that environment. You also becomes engraved in you. Yeah. Because I think that's the difference between like different, departments like engineering and like, other departments. In engineering departments, you're swimming with dogs and you have to be a dog. So that's just how it is. It's also about the department, the environment, and the major. Yeah. So.
Yeah. That's crazy. So, bro, talking about graduation day, bro. Like you bust your ass. Yeah. Like
which one? The first one or the second?
Hey, listen. Hey, the first. Let's do the first one, bro. Let's do the first one. The first one, bro. Like, first of all, are you the first to go to college?
No, not the first to go to the first sibling. The first to go to college in the U.S. from my family.
Okay. Word. Yeah. How's the feeling, bro? Like you bust your tail. The janitors know your name because you're in the lab. Yeah. Like you're legit in the lab cooking, bro. And now you gotta walk a stage. Like, how was that, bro?
I mean, it felt good. It always feels good. You see all your hard work pay off. My family was there, which felt even better. So it felt really good, just seeing everyone proud and like. But, after that, I was still thinking about what's next,
What was your biggest lesson you learned in undergrad?
Learn to say no.
Learn to say no?
Yeah.
To like friends partying or like what? Yeah,
just to everything. Like sometimes I think that's a superpower that most people don't have, but it's good to say no. Like if something doesn't benefit you, you can say no. Yeah. Like, do you want to go out this weekend? No. Do you want to like help me copy off your homework? No. Do you want to get into this thing? No. I'm just like, I think I learned. Also, I went to school in Kansas in the Midwest, so I had to say no to a lot of things. Yeah. So yeah.
Bro, you're pretty mature, bro. Like you're mature. No, I like it. Like I know we're on camera, but like legit. Yeah. I'm legit giving you a compliment that you're because I'm looking at myself. I was mature at 25 too, bro. But like you're mature, and I think that's dope. And I think that like we need to see more people like this, bro. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are showing that I'm 25. I'm getting money. Let's go pop bottles. Yeah. Let's go. And we're talking behind camera, bro. Let's go pop bottles. Yeah. Let's fly 20 girls out at a time.
Go to the Bahamas.
You know what I mean? Jamaica. You know what I mean? Like, bring out the lobster. Like, all this stuff, bro. But, like, even hearing you say, I asked you a question. I said, yo, how was the feeling for graduation, bro? You're like, which one? Right? And even when you talking, bro, you were like, after you graduated, you're like, yo, okay, what's next? So it gives me a perspective like, yo, like, you're driven, your goal, like you're driven, you know what I mean? How has married life and being married changed your drive? Because for me, bro, I know that getting a girl, having kids, it like we ride or something in my life, bro. Because you're already driven, but like how much more driven has like having a queen by your side supporting you, bro? Like giving you.
It's made me more driven, like. I'm trying to have my wife make TikToks in Dubai, So I gotta,
bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let's check out this podcast now. Let's go.
So I gotta work, Yeah. Baby needs a Porsche. I gotta work. You know?
Wait. What'd you say?
Baby needs a Porsche, so I gotta work. You know, but
not a Toyota, a Porsche.
No, come on, man.
No, I love it, bro. Look, hey, go for it. Go.
So
go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
It's made me more disciplined, more structured, because definitely she's helping, like she's supporting on like there's some things I don't have to worry about now, like that I used to worry about before. So now I can just focus on like working and she's very supportive. She like comes to all my conferences, like she's like always there, and like she's also a smart woman. She also has a master's degree. She's also like, so but. Yeah, man, definitely more discipline, definitely working harder. And, like, in the next couple of years, we want to build a family. So we're also thinking about all of that. So, yeah.
I think that one thing people don't highlight, bro, is being married and having a family in tech.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing.
Everybody is showing the high-rise buildings. And that's cool. You know what I mean? I'm not knocking nobody, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's showing the high-rise building. Everybody's showing I got a new girl every 6 months, every year. You know what I mean? But there's something to be said about like, yo, I'm still getting the bag. I'm still in tech.
Yeah.
And I have a faithful, lovely wife. And we're trying to build together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll tell you the story, bro.
And also, she makes her own money, too. So we live in like a double income household, I think Jay-Z raps about that.
Listen. That's... let me soak that in, bro. Because it's cool to see... our wives killing it, bro.
Yeah.
It's cool to see that. And as much as she's supporting you, I know you're so supporting her too. You know what I mean? But I have this like this idea, like this thing I live by, right? Whereas like you can only get better when you have somebody by your side.
Yeah.
Right. That can be a friend, that can be a brother, whatever. But in our situation is our wives, right?
Yeah.
And I remember I have a friend who I had an interview with her, right? And she was like, yo, like, before I let you go, I want to compliment you on something, right? And I was like, on what? She's like, yo, I like how you're able to shoot tech content. You have some brand deals here and there, but you also are intentional of showing your kids. Yeah. Right? Like, you're going to buy ice cream, right? Your kids are jumping on your head. Yeah. Like, you're like, you're on parent mode, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And she's like, yo, I'm aspiring to get like that, right? And when she said that, I was like, yo, that's crazy. Yeah. In the moment I didn't tell her that, but when I got to the car, I was like, yo, like, here I am trying to, like, bro, in the past, I'll be trying to shoot like a YouTube video or something, and I'm like, girls, go away. Yeah. Like, they can't see you because I have to pretend like I'm in a, you know what I mean? But now I'm like, yo, like, we can be in the middle of this podcast right now. My girl walking, and I will not cut this off. Like,
it makes you more human, too.
It makes you more human, bro.
That's one thing I realized that, too, especially, like, on LinkedIn. I posted a lot about, like, AI stuff on LinkedIn. So it's like, and then when I went to a conference, when was it? A couple weeks ago in Dallas, and I brought my wife, because I recently started bringing her to my stuff, and just having her there, like, I had people come up to me, oh, you're married too. Oh, this, especially like older men, I feel like they like you more when you're married. Yeah. One thing I realized, married men like other married men. Facts. So it's like, it's a different level of respect being young and married. So I feel like they can trust me more.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I've been to some interviews, bro. And I'm gonna show y'all a little hack, right? I've been to some interviews, right? And without even knowing it, I do this a lot with my rings.
Yeah, I do that too.
Right? And one HR lady was like, oh, you're married. And you can tell that the respect and the favor skyrocketed, right?
100%.
So now, and I'm gonna give y'all a hack. Anytime I'm in some kind of like interview or something like important, you gonna see me like this. Just so, because I feel like being married was a flex, yo.
Yeah, it is a flex.
So I'm like, yo, like, I want you to see that. You see this? I'm responsible. Yeah. You see this? I'm loyal. You
100%.
See this? I'm grounded. Yep. I'm faithful. You know what I mean? So me coming to help out in your company, whether it's a startup, whoever it is, like, I'm not some kind of like teenager that needs a paycheck. That you know what I mean? Look, I'm actually coming here to make an impact because I can and provide for my family. Yeah. And like you're saying, I feel like it hits different for employers, CEOs, other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Even like when I have meetings with like investors, put on my nice suit, like I always need to add my ring. Like I noticed like when I walk into a room, I actually tried this once. I forgot my ring. So I went to meet an investor. Like the conversation just went different, And then the second time I met him again and I had my ring, that's the first thing you noticed. Oh, you're married. I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, oh, you're so young. I was like, I just explained, I found a lot of my life. I was like, oh, I commend that. That's very responsible. He also got married when he was younger and now he's in his 50s. Same partner. They've built this empire. Crazy. And so, yeah. So just having that another person who's married and who's a bit older, just like showing that and commanding me for that. I think being married, I think it's amazing. You know, especially as a young man, it helps you lock in. Yeah,
bro. Let's bring like the flex of being married back to the scene.
Yeah,
bro.
I think we should, bro.
You know what I mean?
Especially black men, bro. Black men are not getting married, bro. They're not.
I have some friends, right? I have a friend, and cool guy, my guy. Like we've gone to school together. Cool guy. He's in IC field as well. He's not married, right? And he went to the Bahamas for his birthday. And on his story, right, he had rented like a big house, lake house, everything. Him and his friends, bro, and he had like servers, like women, like I'm trying to find the best way to present this to y'all. He had
baddies.
He had baddies. Yeah, he had baddies serving him. You know what I mean? Like. Baddies,
yeah.
Probably with like not a lot of clothes on.
Yeah, I know,
you know what I mean? Yeah. And so we was catching up, just talking. I mean, and I was
strippers or.
Hey, I didn't say it, but
term, midnight ballerina. I just learned
midnight ballerina.
That's a respectful term for that.
Bet. He has some midnight ballerinas.
Midnight ballerina.
Say less. Yeah. I like that though.
Yeah.
Midnight ballerina.
Clean, right?
I know that. Say less. You learn new things every single day. You know what I mean? So he had that, man, and we were talking a couple of weeks after, man, just catching up. And I was like, yo, I saw, you enjoying your birthday, blah, blah. I'm happy for you, blah, blah. Live longer, blah, blah, whatever. And he was like, bro, that's all for the gram, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, yo, like, out of all those girls, like, he bought a house, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, out of all the girls, none of them came back with me.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I had this big ass house. Like, it's just him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he was like, yo, I'm trying to get to like where you are. Like you're married, family. You have kids. And we were on FaceTime. My wife had brought me some. Shout out to you, babe, because you're amazing, Jennifer. You're amazing. The best wife in the world.
That's debatable.
I'll cry. I love it. No, so she had just brought me some food, bro. And as she was saying that, it was like a perfect moment. He was like, yo, like you're working here and your wife legit just brought you food. And he's like, yo, I've been on this computer. I think it was like after hours, like 6, 7, 8, whatever. And he's like, yo, I've been at this computer since like 8. Yeah. He's only had breakfast.
Yeah.
And he still has to get work done. After he's done, he can't even cook a home meal. He's gonna DoorDash, right? Yeah. And culture says, yo, I can DoorDash. That's a flex. But nah, yo, like the flex is really like a home cooked meal.
Yeah, it is.
You're working. Your wife is like, hey, babe, dinner's ready. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I think we should bring that back, bro.
No, I think it's amazing. I think I've noticed that because like before my wife and I got married, we didn't live together. So I lived alone for like 3-4 months. And I was always working. Same situation. Only have one meal a day. Because you don't have time to like, make yourself a meal, like make yourself a nice little dinner. So I definitely understand that. And now that like she lives in with me, my wife loves cooking and like she's the best chef in the world.
Hey, the title for this podcast is gonna be like, I should say I found something. Who has the best wife?
So yeah, like she goes crazy in the kitchen. So it's like I enjoy that. So yeah.
Yo, talk to me, man. After you've graduated, you have your bachelor's, bro, right? Did you have any kind of job, internship? Did you go straight to your master's? Talk to me about like that in between your master's.
So the in between was 6 months. So after I graduated in May, and then I had an internship in Kansas City for an e-learning company. So like this is when I started getting more involved in data science. So I did that internship for 3 months, and then after that internship, I kind of made up my mind. Okay, like I'm not doing mechanical engineering. My dad was pissed, but I feel like. Sometimes I read a book, Smell the Cheese. So the book is basically about like predicting the future based on, for example, like right now, we know AI is coming. Yeah. So it makes sense.
AI is here, bro.
AI is here, yes. Yeah. So it makes sense to like start picking up those skills or start getting a career in that direction. So for me, I think this was back in 2022. So I kind of picked that up. I was like, oh, like, and also some of my coding classes. So like I mentioned, I did mechanical engineering. So we didn't learn coding. I learned coding on my own from like YouTube. I used to like audit classes, go to like computer science classes like that are not even on my schedule. I used to take the test. The test wouldn't get graded because I'm not in the class, but it's just crazy. I was intentional about like putting myself in that place, learning. I did a bunch of like training programs, and yeah. So after that internship, so I was just kind of like waiting for for grad school, because I started grad school in the spring semester. So I just spent that time chilling, friends, just getting ready for school. But I was still learning. I wasn't just at home doing nothing, man. I was like grinding. I was like learning machine learning, like because I knew the classes that I would take my first semester. So I would just like I took those classes before starting the semester. So while the semester started, I was already ahead. So it's also about preparation, like. Yeah.
Talk to me about preparation, bro. Cause that's a big one.
Yeah.
People. I had a whole debate with my brother-in-law about like whenever preparation meets opportunity, like something happens, right?
Yes.
Talk to me about preparation, bro. Like the gem, the value, the importance of actually preparing when nobody's watching you.
Yeah. I think that's like the biggest key to success. Everyone, Kobe was there in the gym training at like 4 a.m. when no one was watching. All the greats, that's what they did, like behind closed doors. You need to like put in work. You need to stay prepared. Like, because even those 3 months while I was at home studying, like, a lot of people were saying, why don't you have an engineering degree? Why don't you just go get a job? Why, people would talk. That's when people always talk. So I'm not worried about that. But to me, it's like I know why I'm doing this. I know why I'm waking. I would like, this is like while I don't have a job, so I'm waiting to go back to school. This is around September of 2022, and school starts in January. Wow. I'm waking up at like 7 a.m. I'm studying till like 9 p.m. But I'm not even enrolled. I'm like learning YouTube. I did that alone for 3 months. So it's like. But it's like me preparing for what's to come, because I knew I was going to come. It's also like, I trust the work that I put in my past to kind of like, push me. So it's like once you trust that work, you just got to keep working. So I prepared, and then opportunity came.
That's wild, bro. Like, I'm actually like still soaking that in, bro. Like, because y'all don't understand how hard it is to work, but you're not being, you weren't getting paid for this, bro.
No.
Like,
no,
you were not. Nobody was like.
No one was behind me telling me to study. It was like my own personal stuff. Like I came up with a schedule. Today I'm gonna learn this for 3 months, and it's hard when you don't have anyone like watching over you. You don't have class schedule. It's just you on your own, self learning.
Toughest thing, bro.
Yeah, really tough.
The toughest thing. So
really
I. Obviously I'm a software engineer, as you know, right? And I learned by myself for some time, bro.
So you understand, yeah.
And tough. I gave up 1,000 times, bro, because it was just me. It was tough, right?
It's tough.
But like to see that you actually pushed through and you put, because like I said, you knew the heat that was coming. You knew your master's was coming, right?
Yeah.
But I think one thing I find even more impressive, bro, is the fact that you actually had an engineering degree and you could have had a job.
Yeah.
You could apply for a job and be living your life, right? Yeah. Was it LeBron James who turned down like a small deal from Nike?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I think it was Reebok.
Whatever it was, right? Because he was like, nah, like I know that I know my value, right?
Delayed gratification.
Delayed gratification. That's what I'm trying to get to. Back, right? And it's cool to see that like, yo, you got your degree. People are talking. People
always talk.
People will always talk.
Always. Sometimes it's even family.
No. Hold up. Not sometimes, bro.
They do the most talking.
Thank you. Like, you know what I mean? And I think that if you're able to like triumph like through your family talking, bro, who cares? Bro, who cares what anybody else says? Yeah. Because your family is like the closest thing to you, bro. So if they're like, yo, I had a podcast, bro. Shout out my boy Krishan. That he was like, yo, his uncle didn't even believe in him.
Yeah.
Like his uncle's like, yo, you can't make past this amount. You can't make this past. You can make 150. You can make 200. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? And like he's made it. Yeah. And it's like, yo, like we were talking behind the scenes, and it's like, yo, like that put like a fire on his butt, bro. Like, oh, my own blood, so I can't make it. Yeah. Bet. Like let's see. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's like, but I also think that like those things is necessary, bro. Yeah. Because if you have everybody cheering you on, you get complacent. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think this is why like people like three-peat in the NBA, two-peat, whatever. But after a while, they get like that drive, that hunger, is just no longer there.
Yeah, I definitely get that. Even me, I kind of had like the same story. Like my family was like, "Oh, you have an engineering degree," which I understand. Like you can get a job. Why aren't you doing this? For me, I just felt like if I committed to that, I'm not going back to school. Because once you get a paycheck, like it becomes very hard to like go back to school, to leave that job and go back to school. I have friends that I graduated with undergrad. They started working. They had plans of getting their master's. 3 years later, they're still not back there.
Yeah.
So like the longer it goes, the harder it is. And for me, I just, while the iron is hot, you strike it. I was just fresh out of school.
Crazy.
I can't take a break now.
Crazy. I can't take a break now. Hey, let's work. Like, let's actually work, because I feel like the break will come, bro.
Yeah.
Retirement will come. And I will say this, that like, I rather take a break or retire.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Than to like retire and then I have to go back within 2 years, because
that would be crazy.
Bro, can you imagine that, bro? Just because like you didn't prepare, just because you didn't really like get all your ducks in a row, like I'm retired, bet, cool. No, oh shoot, like my money's about to run out. I gotta go back to
crazy, bro. I feel like you get so used to not working, and like getting back to that working life is crazy. Like,
wild. Hey, let's talk about grad school, bro. Talk to me about that, bro.
Man, grad school was something, man.
Yeah.
Like, I was in grad school before ChatGPT, so.
Hey, talk your mess, bro. Talk your mess, bro.
We used to use Stack Overflow.
Bro,
you know Stack Overflow, right?
Oh my god,
they don't know that.
hey, you know what? Shout out to ChatGPT though, because I have not touched Stack Overflow, bro, since.
I don't even use that in a minute, bro.
Bro, Stack Overflow, like you go on, and it's like you want one thing answered, bro. How to send a div? Let's just say that. How to send a div, and you have a
different
buttload of stuff, and half of them's wrong.
Yeah,
and you have to like sift through the.
Yeah, that's how you learn, though.
That's how you learn. Bro.
Like I was interviewed. So we launched our startup in March. So I was interviewing.
What's the name of the startup?
Vibey.ai. You guys follow us on TikTok, Instagram.
Yeah.
So basically an AI music curation platform. So think about venues. For example, let's say you're at a restaurant or a bar with a gym, for example, and you want to play your music. So you have your playlist, I have my playlist. You scan the QR code, so it extracts your personal data, music listening data from Spotify. For example, it knows that on Fridays at 3 p.m. you listen to specific type of music. It extracts my data and combines it. And in terms of the venue, we also, data is the new oil.
Facts.
Everyone wants different ways to collect data. So we're giving venues an opportunity to collect data on the customers, how long people are staying, what songs people are liking, and all of that we can, market it to record label. We had a conversation with Billie Eilish's manager.
Word.
In a couple months ago in Miami. So things are good. People are interested. But back to what I was talking about, the interview. So we interview an intern, and so he was basically using ChatGPT the whole interview, and it's like, it was so obvious. Like, that's the thing. I think sometimes people think that you can, take a shortcut and other people won't know. It's like authenticity is key. You need to be authentic. People can like smell it. And especially when it comes to like technical roles, you can smell when someone doesn't have the technical skills.
Facts.
You can smell it.
Facts.
You telling me you wrote a whole, like, this is a 500-line code in 30 minutes.
Get out of here, bro. Get out of
That's
here, bro.
crazy, right?
Get out of here, bro.
And when I asked them to explain the code, it's basically reading through the comments. So it's just like, I feel like, but the world is changing too. You don't need to learn how to code. I don't code myself now. I just use like AI tools, but it's like you still need to understand.
There's a place for that, right?
Yeah.
There's a place for that. But I will say this though. I get a lot of calls, a lot of DMs saying, "Hey, I want to become a software engineer. What's the path?" I guess I'm sure you do get the same thing, bro.
Yeah.
DMs are full of it to the point where I don't even open all of them. And I tell people, I'm like, "Yo, like, learn the hard way."
Yeah, 100%.
Because once, like, bro, like. Now I can ask AI to say, "Hey, do this for me," because I know it.
Yeah.
So, because you get their stages, right? You have the first stage where it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. You have to learn.
Yeah.
Like I tell people, like, you're like, write everything by hand, right? Shout out to my girl Trinika. I had her on a podcast. She was like, "Yo, write every line of code by hand. Like, if you have to write it, literally write
pseudocode.
it. Type literally pseudocode, bro. Yeah. Literally." Real quick, tell the people what pseudocode is, because somebody might not know, and I can get back.
So pseudocode is basically a concept before you start writing down your code on your computer. You can write it on a blank piece of paper, on a whiteboard. So it's basically you structuring your code, what you want your code to do. Not the full script, but just the structure of it.
Yeah, so you're basically just brainstorming, right, before you code, right? So thanks for saying that, because I feel like sometimes we we bring out like terms and like people might not know, and I want to educate people, you know what I mean, about that. So hope y'all learn something from that. Yeah, man, shout out to my girl Trinika, bro. I had her on a podcast, and she was like, yo, write everything out, bro. Yeah. Like, when you're learning. Like, she was like, yo, she said, I'm paraphrasing. She was like, yo, copy and pasting code is for duds. Yeah. Like, write that shit out. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like, yo, like, when you're starting off, like, take the hard path. Right? 100%. And then you get to a place where, okay, I know this. Mm-hmm. Now I'm trying to make revenue. I'm trying to make money. Mm-hmm. Like now, bro, when I have my brandos, bro, I don't write everything from scratch.
You don't need to.
You don't need to. Yeah. Right? Yeah. I can now accompany that with AI, right? And if there's an error, if there's something that
you know it.
I know it.
Because you have the foundation.
Exactly.
People don't have the foundation. They just, like, especially in Boston, it's like, you know, the AI rush is crazy down in Boston. You have high schoolers making startups, but it's like, okay, where did you get the code? They don't even know basic Java, you know? So like foundation is really important. Yeah. And I feel like AI, people think that, you know, AI can take away a lot of the foundation. You know, like I heard someone say like educate, you know how they say education is the key to the world? Yeah. But now with AI, education is a commodity. So now it's like, now it's a commodity.
That's crazy. Yeah.
It's not the key anymore. It's a commodity. So you need to be educated. You need to know the foundation. You can't just use AI. It's like let's say I don't know anything about, accounting. I just use AI to do everything. That's not the right way to do things. Eventually down the road, I'll face problems and challenges. Yeah. So I like people who follow the right ways to do things, the foundation. Like I'm a big, I don't like people who take shortcut. Yeah. Like I appreciate the process of learning.
The process.
Yeah, I appreciate the process.
Yeah. And that's not to say that you can't, like, we're not, obviously we're both in the AI space. Yeah. We're like, I love it.
Oh, I use it every day.
Every day. I love it. You know what I mean? But I think that, like, it's for your own benefit, right? That you don't get stuck. Yes. You know what I mean? I had somebody tell me that, I'm trying to build a website, and I'm just using ChatGPT. And it helped them for some time. Mm-hmm. And after a while, because they're copy and pasting, broke everything. Yeah. And now they're calling me. I'm like, well, go ahead. I ChatGPT. I thought you could.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? But it's not just a copy. You have to know what's going on. Yeah. And when you actually work for a company, bro, you can't just copy. Because for the most part, when you're working for a company, bro, you're not starting from scratch. Mm-hmm. You already have an existing code base that's been there before you even came to the company, right?
You have to learn that.
You have to learn that. You have to know before you even like implement and like add something to the code base, bro. Yeah. You have to understand the code base. Yeah. So it's not a matter of just copying, because you can copy 2 freaking lines of code. Hell, 1 line of code, and I can crash everything. Yeah. And this is money we're talking about here, right? So if you go and like, oh no, I applied to the job, I got in, AI is gonna help. Like, nah, bro.
You're gonna get caught.
You can get caught.
Yeah, you get caught up bad. Like, AI is good. I use AI. I love AI. I'm a big advocate of AI. But I feel like it also comes with some understanding. I think that these are like some things we're doing down in Boston. Are you familiar with NASB?
Yeah.
So this fall I'm doing like a NASB workshop. Dope. Where at the Museum of Science, we'll have like a bunch of people come and we'll teach our community how to like use AI. Yeah. For example, concepts like prompt engineering. Yeah. So I think a lot of people just don't know how to use AI. So that's why and the gap is getting bigger. Like you're from a tech background, so you know how to use AI for what you do. Yeah. Now imagine people who are not from our background. So the gap, what you can do with AI, with what someone who's not technical,
it's far vast.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I can build an app on my phone with AI.
Facts.
Someone who's not very technically savvy, they're just using ChatGPT to respond to emails. You understand? The gap it's growing. So I think also us as like people in the space, we kind of have to like be advocate of that, to try to like close the gap. We can't just be too far ahead.
Do you think that AI is here to stay? 2-part question. Do you think it's here to stay? And do you think that AI will take away jobs? Because that's like a hot topic. Yeah. If you go on Twitter, aka X, that's like everybody's talking about that, bro. Like, what's your thoughts?
I think AI has been here for some times. AI has been in the lab. Just the concept of machine learning, for example, like a linear regression function, that's y is equal mx plus b. Yeah. That's for math. Yeah. So it's like it's been here, but now it's becoming more practical. It's more in like production level where everyone can use it. But before it was just for researchers, it was in the labs, it was for tech savvy people. I don't think it's gonna take away jobs, but I think, people with AI skills would take away jobs from people who don't have AI skills.
I'm of the idea, the mindset that lower tier jobs,
yes, will get replaced. 100%. 100%.
Right?
Yes.
But I also feel like there are some jobs where AI just can't replace.
Yes.
Right?
It's also creating new jobs when you think about it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because with AI, there's security.
Yes.
Right? Security breaches, right?
Cybersecurity is hot right now.
Hot.
Yeah.
And I think cybersecurity will always be hot, bro.
Yeah.
Because with the emergence of AI growing, things will always be. People are always trying to like hack things.
Yeah.
People are always trying to find faults in things, right? So I think AI, the AI sector, one, I think the cybersecurity sector, two, will always freaking be booming.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But to your point, I think that if you're not learning continuously, right, expect that. Not just AI, expect the next man to take your job.
Exactly.
Right?
Survival of the fittest, you know.
There you go.
I mean, the world always works like that, you know. Industrial revolution, people had to learn new skills, you know. Now it's the AI revolution.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Let's go back, bro, to your master's degree, bro. So tell me how that was. How difficult was it? I know you prepared, right, months before it, right?
Yeah.
But how was it, bro?
Out of 10 or?
Your experience.
Man, my first class, Jesus Christ, bro. I took an algorithm class.
Okay.
So anyone who's like took a computer science, especially at a master's degree level, they know that class. That class was crazy. I remember because I was blogging on my Instagram about it. Every day I would just make videos on like, that was a hard class. That was a very hard class. But because I was already prepared, you know, it kind of like helped me, you know, be in a better position. But it was still hard.
Yeah.
So my first semester was definitely the hardest because, you know, just getting accustomed to grad school. Grad school is different from undergrad. You learn on your own.
Yeah.
And some of my classes were at night. I have classes at like 6 p.m. And it's like, you know, a 3-hour class, or sometimes a class will be from 4 p.m. till 10 p.m. That is crazy. But you only have it like once a week. So a lot of learning, a lot of self-learning, which I was already doing. And yeah, grad school, I use it for networking. You know, it's a great environment to network and build. Yeah. So, but I think it was worth it.
Yeah.
I think it was worth it. Yeah.
You've graduated grad school, bro. Congratulations. Because that was like a couple months ago, right?
Oh, it was last year, actually. Last May.
Last May, okay.
Yeah.
What are you doing now, bro?
A year. So now I'm a data engineer and I'm also a founder.
How's that life?
Busy.
Yeah.
Busy.
It's different from school, huh? It's different busy from school, huh?
Yeah, different busy. But I enjoy it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your mindset like now that you're working, you're a founder? Because I want to like really highlight that part, bro. You being a founder, right?
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of young people who have started things, but you're one of like maybe top 5 that I know personally that's like, you're actually doing this thing, right? Talk to me. Why not just work for somebody? Why find your own thing? Like why try to like start your own thing, right?
Yeah.
And what are you doing, bro?
I mean, for me, I feel like, you know, it's good to work for someone else, but you can't really, you know, become financially free. You can't make $1 million off your paycheck. And I think I'm more creative. You know, I'm a builder. I'm like naturally a builder. I like to build things, you know, and I think, you know, God gifted me with the mind to build something, to create. So me not doing that is kind of like limiting myself.
Yeah.
So, you know, I never want to limit myself. There's endless possibility. You know, we live in a world where you can have, you know, the blind can see. You can have a crippled man on a podcast. You know, I think, you know that crippled man on a podcast? Yeah. You know, we live in that world. You know, it's like so many things happening. So why can't I be the next, you know, founder who gets who makes $1 million, you know? So it's like pushing yourself and just trying, you know, and like really believing in myself too. I think that's something like I've grown a lot in like the past year. I've like become like deaf to like outside noises. Like I really don't because you know the process of building, you get a lot of people telling you don't do this.
Of course.
Yeah, like you just focus on your job and all that. But I think I've like completely blocked it out. Now I'm just focused on building. That's all I'm doing. Like just building, you know.
What do you do practically, bro, to like cancel out all those noise? Because even me myself, bro, is a struggle sometimes.
Yeah.
I get like, even this podcast, right? It's like, yo, you can't do this, man.
Yeah.
You can't, like, I want to interview this person. You can't get that person, right?
Yeah.
How do you like cancel out that negative voice and like, you know what, I can actually do this thing?
Yeah, for me it's also, you know, a competitive mindset. You know, I compete with myself and other people. If I don't do this, someone else will do it.
Talk it, bro.
Someone else will do it. It better be me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell that to my wife all the time. You know, she started. She makes TikTok. She does really great. Y'all follow her.
She's killing though.
Yeah,
she's
using her
TikTok.
Yeah,
she's killing it. Killing the game.
Killing it. Y'all check her TikTok. Is Gratification Kanku. But it's like, you know, sometimes, you know, she comes to like, hey, like, you know, I don't feel like I want to do this anymore. I feel like, you know, because when putting yourself online, it takes a lot of strength and courage.
Yeah.
But I always remind her, if you don't, someone else will. Someone else will take that spot. Rather it be you than anyone else.
Why not you? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think if you have that kind of mindset, bro, and shout out my sis Belinda. She's the CEO founder of A Rose in Bloom podcast. Go check it out. Nice. She has this phrase that's like, "Who beat me?"
Yeah.
Like literally.
Yeah.
She's like, "Who beat you?" Like, yeah. Nobody's gonna beat you.
No one.
Go for it.
Yeah.
And half the time, bro, most people are even scared to delve into that industry.
Yeah.
The people who are talking, bro, what have they done?
Nothing.
Right? Nothing.
Yeah.
Most
that's
people.
What they talk.
That's what they talk.
Yeah.
Right? Most people who are talking, who are criticizing, bro, they haven't done nothing, right? They're watching you create, right? Mm-hmm. And the beautiful thing about it, bro, is if you're able to like cancel out that noise, bro, there are the same people who come to you like, yo, what's the blueprint?
Yeah.
And I'm talking from like this is example. Like not example, this is factual in my life, bro. People who have been like, yo, you can't do X, Y, Z. You can do this. You can do this, right? People will call me. Some people call me now, bro, and be like, yo.
It's part of the journey.
It's part of the journey, bro. So embrace it. You know what I mean? A couple questions, bro, and I'll let you go. Are you proud of yourself, bro?
Yeah, every day, man. You know, I'm still not where I want to be, but I'm definitely proud, you know, of everything that I've accomplished. You know, I know it's definitely not by my own strength. You know, I got to give shout out to God, shout out to the GOAT.
Yes, sir.
And, yeah, I'm definitely very proud, you know, but I'm still very ambitious for more and very hopeful for more, you know. Like, I always tell people I'm just getting started, you know. This is just the beginning.
Yo, let's go. Like, honestly, bro, you give me energy on this podcast. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, you've legit given me energy, bro. Like,
appreciate that, bro.
Because from a creative to another creative, bro, it's like me seeing you killing it and you saying, it's like, yo, like, let's go.
Yeah.
I was telling my wife the other day, even my brother-in-law, who's my editor, I'm like, dog, like, we're up at 3 a.m., like, foot on the gas, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, because we're here.
Yeah.
Like, we're legit.
You're there. Just
right
go.
here.
Don't complain. Just go.
Just go.
Complaining doesn't help. There's someone else at 3 a.m. doing the same thing. You're not the only one doing it. There's other people. But the one who will make it is the one who, like, is, you know, the one who persevere. Yeah, perseverance. Grit, you know.
That's wild.
Yeah.
What would you tell somebody, bro, like, that's trying to get to where you are, trying to, I don't know, get into the AI space, trying to get their master's, trying to freaking finish high school because they think it's hard? Like, what's something that you tell somebody like, yo, like that nugget, take it and run with it?
I mean, take it step by step. You know, I feel like sometimes people try to rush. You know, you're in high school. For example, my brother is in high school. He's graduating next week. So he's talking about his PhD. I'm like, you haven't even started like undergrad, you know? So take it step by step and like trust the process and like trust yourself too. Because if you have it in you, if you have the ability to succeed, regardless, you will succeed. Some people just have it in them. Some people, like I've seen, like I have a friend, like he's been through a lot, you know, his family trauma. There's just been a lot of things that when looking from an outsider's perspective, I'm like, that would break me.
Wow.
But his company just got funded for like 3.1 million a couple months ago. It's just like, and watching him work, like, I feel like sometimes you have to be a little bit delusional and crazy.
No, very much so, bro. Yeah.
For me, watching it, like, you know, first-hand experience, watching, I'm like, yo, you're a bit crazy, but keep going.
Yeah.
You have to be. So, yeah, trust the process, trust yourself, and just do the work. That's the only way.
I feel like I want to have you on for like a part 2, because there's so much I want to ask you, like even about the whole delusional part.
I'm down for a part 2.
Bro.
I'm down for
it. But let's do this, bro, and I'll let you go, bro. The journey of being delusional, bro. Because I think that believing in yourself, bro, is delusion.
Yeah, it is.
Literally, because you haven't done it before.
Man, I've been delusional since I was 10 years old, bro. And like, think about it. So I didn't grow up here. I grew up in South Africa. Since I was 10 years old, man, I've always said, you know, I'm going to be someone. I want to do something in tech. I have friends from high school. Like, they would vouch for this. Like, this is where I'm at right now. I spoke about it 15 years ago. I was like delusional. I would start my own company, you know. So it's just like, I think when you say it to yourself so often, you just...
It
becomes reality. Yeah.
I've always told myself that my parents, my siblings, people who know me, I'm like, yo, I'm going to retire before the age 40 or by age 40.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a millionaire. I've always said this.
Yeah.
I've always said it, man.
And you will.
And I will be.
Yeah.
And my siblings, my parents used to laugh at me.
Yeah,
like, just,
that's part of the process.
And not laughing as if like you're not gonna do it, but it was like this guy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like you're only 11, you're only 15, right? But when I tell you I believe it so much, bro, and before we went on live, I told you that this podcast is going to feed us.
Yeah.
And I believe it. Yeah. Like I'm not saying this just because, no. I actually believe that this, like, Annor code, Dakota Stories, is going to feed my family.
And I
believe
my community. That too.
You know what I mean? And so the idea of just being delusional is like, yo, it's okay. Like, it's actually okay.
You have to be.
You know what I mean?
You have to be. It's the only way, Dang.
Yeah. Yo. We're gonna have you on for part 2, bro. But I gotta let you go because I know you're busy, man.
Definitely do part 2, man.
Let's do it, bro. Yeah. Hey, thanks for coming out, man. I know you're busy, bro. Where can people find you, bro? Social media, Instagram, all that stuff.
So my Instagram is disleve.kanku, and my LinkedIn is same thing for disleve.kanku. My TikTok, I just started TikTok, so I post like. Have you heard of prompt engineering? Like writing ChatGPT prompt?
Yeah. I've seen your stuff, bro.
Of course. So I write specific prompts.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah, so definitely check it out. Good stuff. So, yeah.
Hey, y'all, we out.